Hello everyone, once again. Um, even though I said that I mightn't make any more videos um, until until the new year, well, just decided I'd make this video. Just want to talk about how Christmas went for us. Um, so I do, and yeah, well, um, the you see. The worst time that I find is the build up is the build up to Christmas, like the hype, and like thinking all the parties and stuff like that, and then if people then like you're you're going around like trying to decide like to what to buy for people, but thankfully that's been quite easy for me. So yeah, so that's a plus anyway. So um, yeah, and um, and then of course my mother she was 80 years of age on the when was it? Last Tuesday, the 24th of December. So on the Sunday before that, we had a family get together, and we all had a we all went out to a restaurant for a nice meal and had a Christkindle. So everything went very well. And so then after that, then from that on, then I could things were starting to look up, so they were, and so they weren't. And then as Christmas Eve came, then um, I felt this nice sort of peaceful happiness, you know. Um, I'm sure I'm sure the rest of you out there know what I'm talking about. It was just like a sort of a peaceful happiness, and and yeah, it was. I have to say, it it's it's a lovely. It was it's a lovely feeling. It's a lovely feeling. It's a lovely thing to feel. It's a lovely feeling to have. So it is, and yeah, and you see, this is. I think this is our toughest. This is our toughest Christmas because it's the first Christmas without our dad, and so it was, and but everything went very smoothly, so it did, and with a with a nice peaceful Christmas day too, so we did, and so we did, yeah. We were all we were all happy, so so yeah, and there's a lot of other people out there in the same boat, that were in the same boat, and and yeah, and I know that I know that a lot of them other people out there, um, it would have it's I know that it's worse for other people out there because like you know because they would have had let's see, what shall I say, yeah, other people out there would have uh, like the way like there are like road accidents these days and things like that, and that's more tragic. That's actually, oh yeah, that is really more tragic than losing someone to an illness. It really is more tragic, and I can see how it is more tragic because I know an uncle, my uncle lost his wife back a few years ago there in a tragic road accident. So that's so I pretty good idea from him, and I mean that hit him really hard, and so it did, and he went through a rough few years after that. So he did, very rough actually. But thankfully he's doing well now, and so he is. And he's a brother of my dad's actually. So yeah, and just like I just want to say to if to anyone out there now that is going through a bereavement now at the moment, and if you um like if you're thinking to yourself, gosh, is it normal to feel like this during a bereavement? I feel like I don't know whether I'm coming, like I don't know whether I'm coming or going from one minute to the next. If you're feeling something like that, and you think this, and you are thinking to yourself, well, this may not be normal. Well, let me tell you one thing: it is completely normal because if if a person like has died like due to an illness, due to a terminal illness, um, and like you would like a close relative, like a mother or a father or a brother or a sister, whatever, maybe even a cousin, you that would be normal. It's normal to feel lost, you know. Um, I certainly felt lost, so I did for a while. I even felt lost coming up to Christmas there, Um, you don't know whether you're coming or going, And I'm just letting people know. I'm just letting people out there know that they're not alone on this. They're not alone at all. You know. I know every person. You see, you see, a person that's grieving themselves, right? Um, you you might notice or you might think that other family members or other friends don't. You might think that they don't grieve for for that they don't grieve for bereaved people, or whatever. Um, but you see, looks uh, looks can be deceiving because everybody everybody has their own way of dealing with grief. Some people like to keep busy, and some people deal with it by keeping busy. Others they just break down, and they just break down and go into tears and and I think yeah, it's and uh, one thing I want to stress is that I think it's vitally is that the right word? Vitally, yeah, vitally. It's vitally important to to talk to talk to somebody about this, and people say that it's that that's talking to a stranger outside of the family is a good thing. Yep, I would agree with that. I would, and I would most certainly agree and recommend bereavement counselling. Yeah, I would. I felt that has helped me, so it has, because like I was able to talk um, confidence with my bereavement counsellor, and like, and when you talk to them about stuff, it doesn't go any further. So at least you can talk to them in confidence, and yeah, and I felt that I was glad that I did start. I was glad that I did go to bereavement counselling, and yeah, I'm still attending it. Just haven't been out there for the past few weeks there, but yeah, I'll be attending more sessions now, in a few more anyway, in the new year. So yeah, and I highly recommend bereavement counselling, because I believe it's important to it's let's just say it's not good to keep feelings bottled up inside you, because what will happen is, I think I've said this before, what will happen is, um, basically you'll just keep filling up and up and up and up and up and up, and when you get up to here, this is the boiling point up here, and when you reach that boiling point, there can be like an explosion. What I mean is, I don't mean like an explosion like a fire. I mean an explosion like a person can just have an outburst, and some, depending on the person's personality or whatever, it could be a violent outburst, which would not be a good thing at all. If you could, chances are, if you hit somebody or whatever, you'd only end up getting yourself into trouble, and you see, that's why I'm saying that it's important to talk these things out of your system, and going to a counsellor, whatever is. That's why I think that's important. That's where the counsellor can help. As I said, if you keep these feelings bottled up inside you, the chances are that you will have an outburst, and as I said, depending on your personality, whatever, like, you could have a violent outburst and hit somebody, and whatever, and that's, that would not be good. So one thing, you don't want to let your feelings rise up to the boiling point up here. You want to talk them out of your system before it gets that far. And cry if you have to. Cry, because crying releases an awful lot. Crying releases an awful lot. So it does. Like, it's crying, like, relieves it relieves a lot of tension, and it releases the crying also releases the happy hormones or whatever, and yeah, anytime I needed to cry, anytime when I do need to cry, I cry, and that's it. If I have to go somewhere private to do it, I do so, and I cry as much as I cry for as long as it takes, until I can't cry anymore, and I feel I get great, and I feel that I get good relief from that. So, so just couple of important things there, that I'm stressing, and that is, number one, talk. Number two, cry if you need to. Don't hold back from crying. Do not hold back from talking or crying. You know, because you have to get your feelings out, and I'm talking about getting them out the healthy way, not the unhealthy way. You know, so I hope yeah. So anybody out there that's going through bereavement at the moment, I wish you all the best, and I'll keep you in my prayers, and yeah, and I hope that I hope that you all enjoy the rest of this time, and look forward to 2014. New things, hopefully, and yeah, well, I just want to say, God bless you all out there. Peace.